I'm Peter Wiltenberg, a member of the Labor and Employment Practice in Bond's Buffalo office. Today, I'm going to be talking about a recent proposed rule change by the U.S. Department of Labor, more specifically the Office of Labor Management Standards. And this rule concerns employers' obligations to report under what's called an LM-10 form. The LM-10 form is a disclosure required by the Labor Management Reporting Disclosures Act. And on it, employers have to disclose any agreements that they have with a consultant or other party for the object of which is to engage with their employees for the purpose of trying to persuade them either to exercise or not exercise their rights to collective bargaining and or union representation. Now, typically, this form has to be used by employers when they engage some kind of outside consultant to come to the workplace and directly communicate with employees, perhaps give them a presentation about the benefits or pros and cons of joining a union or forming one in the first place. The proposed rule change would introduce something called the split income requirement, which would really expand disclosure requirements. It would mean that employers would have to, in addition to disclosing agreements with those outside consultants, would also have to disclose any activity by their own supervisors that falls into that reportable category. So this could include having to disclose perhaps the time and even the pro rata share of a supervisor's salary that represents the time spent by that supervisor engaging with employees in a way that's determined to or deemed to be for the purpose of persuading them, trying to persuade them to exercise or not exercise their union, their collective bargaining rights. So this would be, if this rule went into effect, it's still just a proposed rule. It's currently being reviewed by the White House Budget Office, would represent a significant increase in reporting obligations and something of an additional burden on employers. It would be pretty challenging for employers to be able to recognize exactly where the line is for their supervisors' kind of normal labor relations activities and what activity crosses the line into something that would be now reportable on the LM10 form. It could substantially increase the risk of employers perhaps inadvertently committing unfair labor practices, and the likely result could be that employers would be dissuaded from having their supervisors engage in any kind of activity that may approach the line of something that's reportable, especially early on when it's maybe difficult to discern what crosses into that territory. So this is certainly something that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. This proposed rule, if it becomes a final rule, will almost certainly be challenged in courts, and we'll have to see how that plays out. We'll keep everybody updated. Thank you. We encourage you to check out the full video for this week's webinar and to subscribe to tune in every Tuesday. Thank you.